my 6th painting update for 2022. This update covers everything I painted in June this year. The majority of my painting time was spent on my Scottish Army for my Renaissance period, and as you can see from here, I did the Caliver armed troops, the archers and the swordsmen this month. At the same time, I squeezed in various bits of scenery and stuff which you can see in the background. But let's start with the Scottish. All my Scottish miniatures are 28mm metal ones from Hoka Hayes Border Reivers range, sculpted by Jim Bowen. Lovely characterful sculpts. You'll have seen them on the previous one where I did the let's have a look. That's pretty good. So I've done my usual infantry wings of four shooty types, shooting at the front, loading at the back. They're all very similar, but there's actually not many duplicates in there. I think 6 are duplicates. I could be wrong. So once they were done, I moved on to the archers. These are an option for the Scottish. So I ended up with 14 archers, which gave me 7 per base, which is well, as you can see, looks pretty good. I was going to try and squeeze on like a, I don't know, officer pointing or something, but didn't see the need at the end. So there they are. Again, these bases have got the heather tufts that I got from a chap on eBay. Again, the archers come in a set of 12, and then plus the 2 fronts and centre from some Reaver family packs. So the 12 are all different, which is quite nice. So no duplicates there, and yet all nicely doing the same thing. And then for the swordsman, standard option for the Renaissance armies, these all came from family packs of Reavers. So again, no duplicates. Lovely big chunky figures. I really like this range. The range was why I wanted to do the army. I'm not particularly interested in Border Reivers, really, although I am reading The Steel Bonnets by George MacDonald Fraser, and it is very interesting. So I'm kind of getting more interested in Reivers. But these are really more of a sort of Scottish national army. As you can see, they're not mounted and reaving. Okay, so that was those. So with the Scottish shuffled to the side, let's get on with the scenery. In the middle here, this is, as you'll have noticed, if you're au fait with the history of the hobby, this is a Ral Partha unlicensed death dealer based on the Frank Frazetta miniature. This actual one was the first metal miniature I ever bought. Bought it in 1978 from the Tangley Model Workshop in Guildford, and it's what got me into metal wargames, miniatures, fantasy role-playing, all sorts of stuff. He is, let's borrow some Scotsman. Right. He is, as you can see, a bit too small to be an active participant these days. So I put him on a plinth I got in Mighty Lancer Games, had a sale. This is a 3D printed plinth, very cheap, very nice, does the job, fits the figure. So he's now a statue. He's been a statue for a long time in my collection, but his old pedestal was part of a temple which I binned. So there he is. I can field a death dealer. I've got one from a licensed one from Bronze Age Miniatures, which is a lovely figure. So there you go, my first miniature. Put him to one side. Next up, sticking to the theme of 3D printed, I got some cactus groups. I got 3 of the, what are these, Sequoia I don't know, tall cactus and short cactus. These are 3D printed. Got these off a guy on eBay. I don't have a working 3D printer at the moment. Need to sort that out. These are beautiful prints. There's almost no sign of print lines in them at all. A little bit just there, you can see, but really, considering and given the price, very cheap. These are for my my Plains War stuff. I've been debating whether to add some grass to the bases. I think I will. I'll do that after I finish filming this. So yeah, so there we go. So I got six. I made 6 bases of cacti, and they'll stand on a, like most of mine, they'll stand on a template to show where the rough ground is and so on. I also got some very nice fields this month, which aren't here because I didn't paint them. They come from a company that used to be in Spain but has moved to Eastern Europe. And to go with them, I bought some more haystacks. These are resin, cast resin, not printed resin, from a chap on eBay whose name has gone right out of my head. But if you search for haystacks, there aren't many haystacks available. These are nice because these are 80mm across, and inside they hold a you can, if you want, conceal a 60mm weapons base. I use these for crossfire. I can hide a machine gun in there. I also painted a lot of tree bases. These are K&M trees, as you probably recognise, and these bases are Javis resin ones that they do. They're very cheap, and these are all singles, but they come in groups of 2 and groups of 3, which is quite nice. I painted up a bunch of groups of 3 and I've since binned them because they all warped, but the 2s are fine and the singles are fine, and I've upgraded my forest, so I've now got a bunch of K&M trees on these bases, got some cheap Chinese fir trees on these bases, and then I've got my original Last Valley trees, but I've now got about 3 times as many trees as I used to have. So that will do me, hopefully, for the foreseeable future. I painted so many of these, they're not all here. Here's an example of 3, basically. And the last thing I squeezed in before the end of the month was the bases on these. These are, I don't know, I call them chthonic columns. They were made by a chap on eBay. They're really nice. I like him. I got quite a lot of his scenery. It's very big though, and I've since sold a lot of it. But I painted the edge of the bases so they kind of matched my table a bit more. Looked like it. They sort of coming out of my terrain rather than being their own separate little islands. That was pretty quick, obviously, but you know, still counts. So I've got three bases of those. Since I decided to keep these were up for sale, nobody seemed to want them, so I'm keeping them, and that's their loss and my gain. There we go then. If you count everything up, it's more than 90. I think it's 95 things in June. Now the cactus were fairly easy, and the tree bases look easy, but actually they're a bit of a pain to do. And of course the miniatures themselves went along at my usual rate. So I'm pretty happy with June, and I'm hoping July will bring similar rewards. Hopefully you'll join me for the next one at the beginning of August, which will see whatever I manage to do in July. In the meantime, please like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you for watching.